So Chelsea Clinton went to a rally for the Muslim victims of the New Zealand shooting. Right? Now there's 49 victims. There's dead people. Now it's 50. That when that horrific attack in the mosque in New Zealand, and that guy was. They don't want him anyway. So here is a young Muslim woman confronted Chelsea Clinton because Chelsea Clinton had piled on Ilhan Omar. When Ilhan Omar correctly called out the AIPAC lobby for being a lobbying group, people said she was being anti-Semitic, and so they piled on, and Chelsea Clinton was one of them. I don't know why Chelsea Clinton thinks she needs to fucking straighten out at a Congress. I don't know who the fuck she thinks she is.
I hope she's gonna run.
But I don't know what I don't know why she deserves to have a voice, but she doesn't. And here she gets confronted about it. You ready? Here we go.
After all that you have done and all this homophobia that you have sowed.
I'm so sorry that you feel that way. Well, certainly it was never my intention. I do believe words matter. I believe we have to show
They do matter,
solidarity.
and this right here is the result of a massacre stoked by people like you and the words that you have put out into the world. And I want you to know that, and I want you to feel that deep inside. The 49 people died because of the rhetoric that you put out there.
I'm so sorry.
I don't think.
What does "I'm sorry you feel that way" mean?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
She
great
just kept-
question. What does that mean? She, you know what that video shows? It shows that she is incapable of accountability and she is incapable of empathy, just like her parents.
She's again. You raised by sociopaths.
Yeah, Apple didn't fall
You think
far
she
from the
might be a
tree.
sociopath? Because that's what that sounds like to me. I'm sorry you feel that way. You know who says that? An asshole. Yeah. I'm sorry you feel that way. You're a white person whose parents. What are you doing? So this woman now is catching a lot of shit. So she tweeted this out. She goes, "I didn't corner Chelsea." A lot of people are saying that this woman was an asshole for confronting a 100 millionaire who had piled on Ilhan Omar in the most ridiculous way. So she says, "I didn't corner Chelsea Clinton. I didn't approach her with anyone else. I didn't ask people to record me. The confrontation wasn't planned, though I was going to disrupt her if she spoke and say the same things that I said to her face. I can't believe this has to be said, but I didn't tell Chelsea Clinton she was the one who put a gun to Muslims' heads. I said, and continue to say, that by jumping on the right-wing bandwagon and vilifying Ilhan Omar, she fed into the exact discourse that we at the Vigil were there to protest." So there was Chelsea Clinton taking part in the exact vilification of Ilhan Omar unfairly that they're at this Vigil to protest against. And then Chelsea shows up like she's with them. And this woman is there to tell her to get the F out of here. We don't need your help.
That takes a lot of courage right now.
That took a lot of courage for this woman. And she goes, if the Muslims who were there felt uncomfortable with Chelsea's presence, and let me tell you, the number of people who came up to me after to thank me for confronting her was not insignificant, then she shouldn't have been there, period. I agree. She shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, I agree too. I don't know that woman's name. I know she's an NYU student, and I actually tweeted at her and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to be in New York City on June 17th. If you want to come to the show as my guest, it'd be an honor because good for you."
Nice.
Should have asked her to come on the show today. This would be great. She was here. The only voices I care about in this situation are those of brown students and Muslim students who were in that room. White people yelling at me via Twitter rage is the least of my concerns, and rightly so. All of this stems from the anger and sadness I felt sitting in a space that was supposed to center me and my fellow Muslims in mourning, and instead became a space in which non-Muslims preached about love while turning around and supporting violent campaigns against Muslims globally. The last thing I'm going to say is, intensively searching through my tweets to find things I said when I was 14 or 15 and not fully socially conscious is a blatant attempt to pull a gotcha and delegitimize me. I've grown significantly in the third of my life that has passed since then. So people are already trying. So that's that David Brock, Hillary Clinton asswipes, sure, going after her. So we stand with her 100%. And Chelsea Clinton should maybe just go around apologizing for her parents and the horribleness that they get. You know, your mom did Libya. You know, your mom turned Libya into a failed state where they have open slave trading now. Do you know that's what your mom did, Chelsea? With her rhetoric? You know, she wanted to bomb Syria to smithereens. You know, she threatened to obliterate Iran. That's your mom's love for people, Chelsea. So maybe you should just walk around apologizing for the horribleness of your fucking family and the damage that they've inflicted on this goddamn country by deregulating Wall Street, by exploding the prison population, by gutting welfare, and calling black kids super predators. You should be apologizing that for the rest of your fucking life. And how about your mom rigging the presidential campaign so that we have Donald Trump? Why don't you just, every time you open your mouth, Chelsea, it should be with a fucking apology for your war criminal family. We're announcing our live dates for 2019. We're going to Ventura, California, Hermosa Beach, California, Tempe, Arizona, Austin, Texas, Chicago, Portland, all over the country. Go to JimmyDoreComedy.com for a link for tickets. If you'd like to support the show, please join our Patreon or premium membership. We give you hours of bonus content every week. And remember, if you think you're subscribed, you might not be. Check to make sure you're subscribed and click the bell so you get a notice every time we drop a clip. Thanks for your support.